I don't know, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with me. This is just coffee, I promise.
No Bailey's in there?
Not that.
It still smells real good.
That's, would you talk now?
No.
Weird.
We think alike.
That's right.
We're pretty much twins.
Wherever you roam, you'll still be at home with me.
Welcome to the Vine Rewind.
Yes, welcome. Ashley King, Adam Bledsoe. This is some of the crazy and our favorite moments from this week on the Vine. Even some of our behind the scenes stuff.
That's right, because this is actually one of my favorite things to do all week. You're able to watch this on THV 11 Plus. You can watch it on our YouTube channels, probably on our social media pages, because we share them all over the place. It's just so much fun putting everything together. You're one of my favorite people to be around.
Oh, thanks. You're one of my favorites
because
too.
I never know what's going to come out of your mouth.
We never know what's going to happen. We keep our producers and directors on their toes. I mean, it is live television.
We really, honestly, and maybe this is the difference between amateurs and professionals, but we don't like sit in our office ahead of the show and say, okay, here's going to be our bit. As soon as we open the show, it's just whatever kind of comes out off the top, right?
Yeah, check it out.
Hang on, I'm not in my chair yet. Don't start.
Get in the chair.
Really low.
Is it low?
Yeah. Hey. Okay, we're situated now. Let me get my skirt. Okay, welcome to the Vine. Guess I didn't sit in this before the show started.
We all got to watch that happen live and in person.
Usually the song lasts a little bit longer, I thought, but
well, we got too much to talk about this morning.
That's right. We got to get right to it. Welcome to the Vine, a Monday morning here. We're glad that you're joining us. I'm Ashley King, Ashley, and Adam. I'm doing it so that you hear me this time.
I got you.
Adam Bledsoe. Usually he's like, have you told everybody who we are?
I'm not thinking about anything right now.
What are you thinking about? Silver Dollar
Nothing.
City?
I'm not thinking about anything.
Your brain is just empty?
I'm just all ears. Well, there you go. Chaos off the top. Mm-hmm. And it all came together to where we get to come together to do a television show. So, Ashley, how did you get into television?
So I wanted to do it about 20 years before it actually happened, but because my degree is in broadcast news, so I thought I wanted to be like a news anchor and do all that. But when I tried to get a job, no one would hire me. But
are you serious?
Well, for one thing, because I was trying to get a job in a bigger market where my husband got a job, and they were like, you need to go to a smaller market first, which I got married and
that's where you moved.
Yeah, and so that's where we were.
Straight out of college.
So I went into radio, and I had so much fun with radio and made that my career. And then I still do radio now, but when this is getting long. When THV 11,
that's good. We've got time.
When THV 11 decided to put on their very first lifestyle and entertainment show, for some reason, my name came up.
How did they hear about you? I guess just from doing all the local
I had
events.
been on THV 11 for some other, to come on and promote something. I think I came on with Tom one time. It was maybe I was here to promote an event that was going on through radio, but then I jumped on set with him to do some weather or something. And I'd met the news director at the time. Yeah. And so, I don't know.
They just thought you were a natural on camera.
Yeah. I just through connections, just networking.
Okay.
I think my name was just brought up, and here we are. What, almost 6 years later now?
Yeah.
Wow. So
I just didn't know if maybe it had started, I don't know, maybe you had been on American Idol or something like that.
No, I wish I was on American Idol. I wish I could sing, but no. I mean, but you even have a crazy path too. Yours is crazier than mine.
It was not anything like your story.
No, I mean, because I was actually in broadcasting, but you were a police officer.
I know. You just never know where your path is going to take you. And just like some of these clips that we're about to show you, you never know how you're going to get where you're going.
And it all started with American Idol for her. And
That's
now she has her own talk show. Same for Kelly Clarkson, American Idol. And now she has her own talk show. It's really cool to see these people, that, I mean, I guess, somewhat just went on a show and won, and it changed their lives.
Now, neither one of us were on American Idol, and look at us.
Yeah, we're on a show. Well, it has,
Thank you. I will be sending you all a check in the mail. Thank you. I wish we had a live studio audience every day to where it was like we had risers, and people could join and we'd have to hold the applause button. Because sometimes they don't know when to clap.
Right. Or when we're back on the air and, we're like, we're live because our off-air combos sound almost exactly like our on-air combos. So people are like, oh, I think they're actually back on TV.
Well, those folks right there, they knew exactly when to laugh. Of course, they're theater people.
Yeah, I was like, they're acting.
Some people think they have to be super quiet. Yeah, right. We're not actually funny.
For a long time we had like a green room where everybody would sit and then we'd bring them down when it was their turn to be on. But now we just set chairs out and let everybody jump in.
They sit there. I think it'd be great. You, not so much a fan of having lots of people. For me, it gives me energy.
I love it. No, sometimes I walk in, I'm like, oh no, they're all staring at us. I get nervous.
Well, that's because you walk in.
I'm like, there's a lot of people in there, Adam, and you're like, there is? Yes.
Sometimes, for sure.
It gets a little bit crazy.
One person that we love to get on camera, which never ever happens, is Marty.
Our general manager.
Yeah.
Yes, Marty.
I love the fact that, there's so many people that are like, you can't do that. You're at UCA or you're a soccer player. I love the fact that he's like, this is something I want to do, and things just keep happening. That's why you should never say
never limit yourself.
Say you can't. Don't say you can't do anything.
That's why we're sitting here right now.
Well, I don't know. I think that's just because our GM has got, I don't know what's wrong with him. He let us do this.
I'm not getting in trouble with you.
Hey.
I'm staying away from you.
Hi, Marty.
Man alive.
What's wrong with
You're
you?
saying he's crazy.
Just kidding. No.
He admitted that last week on the show.
that's
Marty,
right.
do you want to come over here?
Oh, yeah.
Come over here, Marty. Our GM's here.
Look at him. He's
Marty,
like,
come here. He never, ever wants to come on television.
Marty Shack,
This
our
is
general manager.
responsible for us being here right now.
Oh, yeah.
So if
I'm
you,
the one who
if
made
you're,
the mistake.
Exactly. If you're wondering
blame.
why, ask this guy. Yeah, we
Speaking
say every
of
day.
time capsules.
He called me a time capsule a second ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's always getting in trouble.
He is always in trouble. You just said to him, you want to see him in your office when the show's over?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, all right.
Adam, I'll need to see you in a minute.
Good to see you, Marty. Good to see you. You sure look nice today.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing that I appreciate about Marty, our GM, is the fact that he lets us be who we are.
Right.
He used to never, ever, ever want to be on camera.
I know. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
But he lets us be who we are, and
that's why I
appreciate
feel
that about
comfortable
him.
going like this. There have been managers I've had in the past, and I'm like, oh gosh, they're going to be so mad.
Yeah.
He's just he wants us to be authentic, and he's authentic too. Very caring person. So he's a great manager for sure.
Yeah. Well, we've got some pretty good chemistry, although sometimes I'm feeling like the third wheel, but most of the time.
I get that sometimes too. There wasn't long ago when you and Tracy were talking about Louie or somebody, and I'm like,
who?
Louie. Who was the guy that last week? Louie
Vuitton?
Louie. And I'm like, who's Louie? See?
You still don't know?
No. It's Lewis.
You're crazy, Ashley.
It's Lewis.
Thank you, Morgan.
Off camera.
Lewis.
Yes.
You don't know Lewis still?
Still don't know Lewis.
He wants to know you.
Hey, Lewis.
Just roll the clip. No, Ashley is not younger than me.
I know, Morgan, that I look younger.
She is definitely not
but
younger.
I am older than Adam.
She will be 50 before me.
Yes, by 1 year. That's all.
Now, Tracy Bean, she's in her 30s forever.
I'm the grandma of the group. You can just go ahead and say it.
I mean,
I'm the mama.
Basically, we're all the same age. We're just all right there together. Once you get older, it's like we're all mixed in.
Yeah, it just
doesn't
all
matter.
kind of blends.
Right.
I went to Gus's Chicken one time, and Chef Serge and his wife were having a date there for lunch.
Really?
And I sat with them for just a little bit.
You ruined the date.
I was the third wheel.
I like it. If Chef Serge was eating there, then it must be good.
I know,
He's
that's
a
what I
chef.
said. I'm like,
Yeah.
where you see a chef that trusts the food, that's where you want to eat.
Peanut M&Ms I do like, and Snickers and Butterfingers.
I like all of those.
Yeah, my mom always liked Snickers, and I'll will eat a Snickers, but
That's my husband's favorite.
Yeah.
But my favorite is ice cream Snickers. I know that's not a Halloween.
Oh,
favorite.
yeah.
I had
so
one. I had one of
good.
those yesterday.
that is some good.
Did
I
you
liked
really?
it. I did. I like that more than I like a regular Snickers. I know I.
Where'd you get it?
Tracy probably in her refrigerator.
No,
Her
well,
freezer.
no. Addie wanted to stop by the gas station yesterday for a little
Did you go to
treat.
Prickett's?
No, we did not go to Prickett's.
We live by each other.
Yeah, we went to Bear, the other one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, out by our
Anyway,
house.
we're talking amongst ourselves here. Anyway,
Yeah,
we went
anyway,
there.
so
and we got some pizza.
Oh, my God.
and then we got some snacks.
Well, thanks for making the Vine part of your day. So the chemistry is obviously there,
Yeah.
so much to
We
where
all like each other.
you all kind of dress alike.
Isn't that weird? Literally today I come in and I go, Tracy, here we go again. Wearing the same colors.
Do y'all call each other?
We don't, but she goes, well, it's easy. I just wear black every day. I mean,
That
she
makes
pretty
it
much
that makes
does.
it a little. But you know what they say, that super intelligent people, they don't want to waste their time thinking about
like
different
their outfits.
colors. Yeah, they wear kind of the same sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But you all really had it going this week.
Yeah, even when I was wearing pink.
Even when my tummy
your
hurts.
shoulders.
I need. Yeah, it's my football.
Fix your shoulders. Okay, that's a little better. It's a little better. You got some droopy shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or-
Ashley and I are pretty much the same person. We've discovered.
Because we have. She'll send me stuff. I'm like, yep.
Kind of have
that's
similar
us.
shoulders today.
We got
do.
our little pleated look going.
Our families are similar. Our shirts are similar. Our brains are similar. Like all of the things are similar.
Yeah, I feel like we're on the same brain waves with our outfits a lot of times.
I feel like I'm on an island.
Obviously, Tracy has great taste.
Oh my gosh. You would take it that way.
What do you mean?
I don't.
Well, look, you're looking. You weren't really.
I hate this shirt.
Every day you have something negative to say about your clothes. And the other day, specifically, he said, someone's going to comment on, and I know why, because we do get comments on our clothes, but this, you said, someone's going to say this looks like an Easter shirt, like they did the last time.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because
Got somebody
you
said
ran
I like
off
it.
to go film something right after the show. And when I looked at our text messages, it said, love your shirt, Adam.
You
It was
even said that
positive.
to me.
I
That was
know.
nice.
So you
That
can
was
feel good
nice.
about it. What did you say this shirt looks like
I don't know. It's
today?
Just a
You said it had a basic
a
shirt.
basic white boy shirt. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like the BWB.
Oh,
Is that what it's called?
I think that's a great shirt. It's fine.
It fits somewhat. I'm
Well, that's
feeling
important.
Kind of fluffy
Stop.
these
Looks
days.
good.
Okay, so moving to Arkansas. I'm not from here.
Right. And
And-
even if you are from here, there's just a lot of, we do have some strange names for towns.
Why is it called, let's go to Sears, but then we call it Searcy?
Right. We get
There's-
a lot of people from out of town that will call it Searcy.
There's actually Sears Hall
Yeah.
on Harding's campus in Searcy.
Searcy, right.
Good morning, White County. Afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. And then what are some other towns that have some interesting pronunciations?
What is it? Prescott.
Prescott?
I'll never forget
Yeah.
the first person I met from there. They told me that I'm from Prescott. You say it like biscuit, and I will never
Yeah.
forget that.
Oh, yeah.
But it looks like Prescott.
Russellville, which you're okay with saying either Russellville
I say
or
Russ Vegas.
Yes, they love being called that there.
Yeah.
Is it Russellville? You know?
Russellville. Yeah, is it a Ville or a Vol?
Boy, I tell you what, one thing is for certain, do not misspeak. Oh, Piercy versus Percy.
Uh-huh.
Right?
That's another one.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Is it
and what else?
Benton or Benton?
El Dorado.
And then there's this one.
Davis was born in McGehee, Arkansas.
It's just McGee.
No, it's not. Dang it. There's a McGee and a McGehee.
No, there's not. It's just McGee.
Listen, this is too confusing, people.
Maybe you're thinking about
Well,
Ohio.
okay, she graduated from Springdale High School.
I
That's
thought
what
she
we
went
need
to
to say.
CAC. If I totally think about somebody else, I guess.
No, she did not go to CAC. The Liberty drafted her 11th overall earlier this year after spending her collegiate career at Arkansas and Ole Miss.
Okay, I have
Wow.
just totally screwed this up.
Everybody from McGee just got mad at
We
me.
just butchered that whole thing from your McGee.
Poor meteorologist. Tracy, you all get crucified for
Oh,
saying
we
any of these
do.
towns wrong.
We do.
You know
yeah.
what's bad is I read over
That is
this
true.
before we came out here, and all of the questions in my head didn't come out until I sat down and started reading it on television.
Yeah,
You're
they
like-
don't ever till we're in the moment. It happens all the time
I
to me as
know.
well.
Yeah.
But I think McGehee is just south of McGee, so you're good.
It's just a suburb.
It's McGehee County. You're good.
I like the way you think, Tracy Bean. We think alike.
That's
We're
right.
pretty much twins.
I would love to see more Christmas music come out of Mariah Carey. Ashley McGehee. Just kidding. That's Ashley McGee from Atkins.
It never ends.
Yeah, sorry, McGee. We got it now.
Yeah, my bad. Do you ever feel like the camera, you've got days where the camera really loves you?
Oh, yeah. No. Most of the time.
No.
No, I don't even like watching back really because I'm just looking at myself like, don't make that face anymore, or I feel like I want to practice my faces in the mirror. I want all of the shots to be far away.
I think the camera loves you always.
No, I think that you love the camera.
Sometimes.
And the camera does love you.
Sometimes I need the camera's attention for effect.
Oh.
Okay? But
Sometimes they don't give it to you.
no, that's right. The people pushing the buttons couldn't care less about my effect. I was too afraid of the girls.
Really?
I didn't have
Yeah,
the
I knew that. You
I
told
didn't
us
have the swag that I do now.
Oh, you didn't riz the girls up in high school?
Come on, Brett.
Oh, the
Come on,
look.
Brett. You're not going to take the shot? That's cool.
The shot?
That's fine.
Listen, he's probably working on it. You didn't give him enough time. I mean,
It's okay.
you didn't know that was going to
I
happen.
didn't have any game. I was scared to death of girls. I didn't go to homecoming or prom.
You didn't go at all? Oh, I knew you didn't go to prom. You didn't go to anything. Not even just go with your friends.
No, Stu.
Hey, look, I can do the look.
I was too busy milking cows.
They took the close up of me.
I know, of course they did.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Swag.
Sorry, Adam. I mean, sometimes I got to get some camera time,
Yeah. And I was like, of course you took Ashley's shot.
Yeah. You know what I think is that our producer and director, they weren't paying attention. They have a good time in there.
Oh, yeah. They're just chatting
and
it up.
they're in there arguing like brother and sister and laughing.
By
and
the way, can we talk about the difference between a producer and a director?
let's do it.
Can we give some information? Okay, so producer, they're kind of like the content people. They kind of write the show. They write all the jokes. Just kidding. They don't write the jokes.
I feel like that our producer would be like, please don't let
Yeah,
people think
don't put
that-
my name on
Yeah,
that.
I don't want credit for that.
But they take care of the technical stuff, like storytelling.
They
and
decide
whatnot.
what's coming up, when, and
Yeah.
how it's going to happen.
They're keeping
Right.
the timing of the show, and then a director is someone that kind of like does the technical side of things. Not producing. Sorry.
Yeah.
They push all the buttons. They make sure
they're
the
taking
audio.
the camera shots and
So if there's a camera shot you don't like, it's a director's fault. When they don't capture this beautiful mug, it's a director's fault, not a producer's fault. Okay. Well, we got all
now
that
that you
cleared
know
up.
that.
Yeah. What's next? Sorry. Our producer is telling us what to say
She's
right
going-
now. She's like, we're talking about crying because,
Yeah, Adam is such an emotional guy.
but I wasn't.
Yeah, you were. Just admit it.
No, I wasn't.
Adam, I can see you doing that.
Oh,
Going to hospitals or
I
different
wish
places. Are
I-
you crying?
no.
Oh, I thought your eyes were getting glossy.
No, I wish I
Or
could.
glassy?
I wish I could play that way. It reminds me of a guy who's a music professor at Harding University. His name is Chuck Hicks. He plays classical guitar. He's that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Why are you getting a tight shot of me?
'Cause you're crying.
I'm not. So anyway, I could just see Chuck. He just retired from there. Chuck, you should go to Arkansas Children's Hospital
And
and
take
do that.
Adam, because Adam can sing. We were singing all day in our office yesterday.
It was music moves you.
It does.
I was not crying in that piece. You, however, I can see your eyes. They start glossing up. That's the great thing about you. You have such a
What?
tender heart.
Oh, yeah. Some of these golden moments, they get me.
They
Get me.
do.
I feel like I need a tissue. Some of these are great, but
that-
music is. That was a golden moment we were talking about. It had to do with music, and music really moves me. It sometimes makes me want to cry. I think a lot of people are moved like that.
And it makes you want to move though too. And I just realized,
Well, I don't know that the music you listen to makes people want to move.
what are you talking about?
We don't listen to the same kind of music. I listen to music that makes you want to let's go, let's dance. You listen to you just sit and clap music. I mean, I like the music, but you need to expand.
Listen, I have forgotten more songs than you've ever known.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but we definitely did not grow up on the same street.
It's a whole 3 syllables right there.
You know, we were playing that song Sugar.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of people that are able to pull off calling people honey or sugar.
Okay, sugar. All right,
Yeah,
honey.
you know,
Darling.
if I call somebody that, they're going to call the police on me. Hey, baby, would you call me? I love when people call me that
Janet,
stuff.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. You know that song? You know that?
We grew up in different neighborhoods, Ashley.
There was no Tanya Tucker that he didn't hear it.
What were you guys doing in Clinton?
I was listening to Janet Jackson. I was drinking some Ozark moonshine.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I
And
knew
listening
it.
to Janet Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, we
okay.
definitely grew up in different neighborhoods.
That's right.
For
yes.
sure.
So, Adam, you really don't know that song. It says...
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Miss Jackson.
No, that's another song. That's Outkast. The one...
It is?
They're referring
No.
to the song Nasty. That's the song
Do you
that I was
think
quoting.
that David Bledsoe was going to let me listen to a song called Nasty?
My name ain't Baby. It's Janet. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
When
you
did
didn't
that
know
come
that?
out? When
That
did
came
that
out
come
in the 80s, early 80s?
No.
Late 80s? Early 90s?
No. Now, I have a difficult time with the fact that my parents raised me up really sheltered. There's kind of some debate on should we shelter our children that much?
Well, you're really getting into something. I just want to know why you were allowed to listen to Tanya Tucker. And why?
Okay.
Because you have a really complicated relationship with her.
I
Feelings.
really regret that this even happened this week.
Tanya Tucker
think-
was in the 90s, though, right? That
No,
was,
I don't know.
Tanya Tucker was his childhood crush.
She was the bad girl. I remember.
I think it was because you weren't allowed to listen to anything but country, and then when you saw Tanya Tucker, you're like, whoa, she's a bad girl.
I don't know why, but I like had a thought or a dream that she was my mom. What? I
And
don't
you
know.
had a crush on her?
Okay,
I'm confused.
hang on a second.
Yeah.
You guys have turned this down.
You're the one, you're the one that has a crush on her, and then you just told us that you thought she was your mom.
Not
It's getting
such
really
a-
weird in here.
Go to moment.
Yeah, I said, where are you from?
Look, I was 7.
When you liked Tanya Tucker and wanted her to be your
Yes.
mom, and you had a crush on her?
Yeah,
That was on
see,
yesterday's show.
You make that weird. I wasn't saying
You
at the
made
same
it weird
time.
yourself, buddy.
Listen, it was the timing was a little bit off.
You missed it yesterday when you
That's-
said, well, I asked him a few days ago, who was your childhood crush? He says Tanya Tucker. Then yesterday he tells us, I wanted Tanya Tucker to be my mom.
You know, it's confusing when you're young.
Okay.
Has anybody told you that you remind them of Tanya Tucker?
Oh, wasn't she the wild girl of country?
You kind
She
of
was-
remind me of her.
A little feisty? A little feisty sometimes.
That I don't.
That's why somebody
Look.
texted us and said I was mean to you the other day.
Yeah. Okay, I need to set this straight really fast, okay? I don't have this thing where I want to fantasize about
Your mom
my
and Tanya
mom.
being your girlfriend.
Like
I'm glad you're setting this straight.
It
We're
all
all
d-
worried.
maybe I've overthought this a little bit too much.
It's Miss Tucker if you're nasty. Yeah.
She was a bad girl of country
She was
music.
the wild child.
I was-
and that's why you liked her. And that's why my husband loved Jenny McCarthy. She was the, the wild. You liked her too, didn't
Well,
you?
of course.
You were allowed to watch MTV.
There were times that I would sneak.
Oh.
Club La Vila.
Oh,
Yeah. MTV Spring Break.
That's why you ended up down there. You went into the Air Force just so you could be stationed in
Eglin Air Force Base, Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
You were
It was
hoping to
1
see
hour.
Jenny McCarthy.
Well, I did.
You did?
No, not really.
Oh.
But if I did, I would sing to her.
What? We love to sing, don't we?
We're
Especially
always
you.
breaking out into song.
What would you sing to Jenny McCarthy?
I'll have.
Some Elvis.
He had some really great
Elvis.
Christmas music. Yeah.
He knew I'll have a blue.
That's what we do in our office.
We really do.
Yeah, no, we just sing all the time.
We
Brett's
just need
like,
to have
"Yep."
a live streaming camera on us at all. That might not be good. Maybe not. Never
They're like,
mind.
nope, no, you don't.
Yep. So something we've gotten lots of mileage on is a song that maybe kind of you don't love.
I'm not the only person that doesn't like this song, okay? But it really, really aggravates people. Some people have very strong feelings about it.
Because she knew.
Yeah, she knew.
I want to see Ashley King drop a cover of Mary Did You Know?
Mary, did you know?
So many questions.
Yes, there's a
number's
lot of
501.
questions in that were already answered.
376-1111. Don't bust on Mark Lowry. That's who wrote that song. Did you know that?
Is he in
Mark
Bad
Lowry.
Boys? Mark Lowry? Or is it
No,
Mike Lowry?
no, he was in Good News. Not
Mike
You're
Lowry.
such a punk. No, he was in Bill Gaither's band,
Oh,
the Gaither
gotcha.
vocal band.
I thought we were talking
Mark
about
Lowry.
Will Smith.
We wouldn't hear.
Mike Lowry.
You just lost some viewers. I'm telling you right now.
No, I didn't.
Our people watch the Gaithers. I promise.
Y'all know
you.
who Mike Lowry is?
I know who the Gaithers
Yes.
The
are.
bad Boys for Life.
No,
that's not
no.
who we want to talk about.
Mary,
right now.
did you know Mark Lowry? All right.
Yes. Okay. This is getting really weird.
The best of the best is definitely Mary, Did You
I
Know?
could
June and
not
Benton.
agree more.
I wish we could hear it on repeat.
I can do that for you in the office.
Oh, that would be great.
Here we go. Hey, and did you know it's a great day weather-wise all week long to go early vote?
Ashley, did you know?
I did not know.
Now you know.
Well, I'm so glad.
We're in a choir, a trio.
It's now a musical. Our show is now a musical.
We are not good at singing.
So eventually, hopefully, we'll find out if Mary knew. I think you just
We
pick
know
up a
the
Bible
answer.
and we'll figure that out. But, yes.
Mark Lowry, he knew he was writing a good song when he wrote that song. Question for you, Ashley.
Well, this is something we don't know.
Will you right.
Mary, did you know?
Right. Do you eat chili in the month of December?
I think chili's just good for any time it's cold.
When you're listening to Christmas music, will you
What
eat
do you feel
chili
like you
at that
can
time?
only eat it in the fall? It could be a winter meal.
Is
If
chili?
it's cold out, then I'll eat some chili.
So we had a big question this week for.
and it's so funny. You never know what's just going to get people.
No, it triggers
like,
people.
it seems like a simple, silly kind of question, and then we had like 100 responses.
Is chili a soup, or is it something else?
Or is it a stew?
What do you think? What do you call it?
I call it chili.
So
It's
chili
in a category by itself.
Chili is chili.
Yes.
Another question, Ashley. Beans or no beans?
Beans. Man, people were passionate about this, and it was just all over the place.
Never mind. I won't ask you.
Oh, he's 12-year-old boy here about the beans.
Well,
There's another song for that.
what is that?
Beans, beans.
Okay, let's watch this.
Is chili a soup? So let us
No.
know what you think. Is chili a soup?
I don't think so.
So text us 501-376-1111. This is the hard-hitting stuff that we need to know.
I mean, this is in this time of what's going on around us, with the election. This is important
I'd rather
questions
talk
right here.
about this.
Let's talk about
Yes.
whether chili is soup
is chili a
versus
soup? What about,
what everyone
what
else
do you
is talking
guys
about.
think? Devin?
Devin,
Chili?
come on.
What do you think?
What do you think?
You think
It's stew.
It's a stew.
That's interesting.
Devin, what do you say? Lean forward just a little bit, Devin, so we can see you. You don't like chili?
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Is stew not a soup?
Stew's heartier,
I
right?
think they're like cousins.
They're cousins.
They're cousins.
I don't think soup has as much physical chewing.
Soup is
Soup-
more thin, right?
You don't.
So
She said you don't do as much physical chewing
yeah,
with soup.
I would say chili is like porridge.
Porridge.
Wait, porridge is breakfast.
Is it? To me,
that's
like
oatmeal.
oatmeal.
That's breakfast.
Yes, porridge.
I keep striking.
The bigger question, not is it a soup, but
Can we bring?
Yeah.
What's your name, Tracy?
Yeah, it's me. Hi, I'm do the weather in case you.
Hey, I'm the weather. Yeah.
And I don't think it's necessarily it's a soup, but beans. Like, do beans belong
that's
in chili?
always it.
And I say yes.
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
the beans and the chili.
I do too.
Listen, nobody's asked for my opinion.
Oh wait, so Cassandra made an and she is from Texas, and I feel like they're very
No
no
beans?
beans. I feel like they are very
No
passionate.
beans.
No beans.
It's called meat soup.
If it doesn't have beans, it's
Chef
meat
Serge,
soup.
he's a chef. He said it's called meat
Without
soup.
chili, without many beans, it's meat soup.
Yeah. So we're gonna be putting beans in the chili you're making today.
Well, yes, on one of them. On the
Okay.
one you wanted, we are.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
He's making one just for me. I like that.
I gotta
Thanks.
tell you that Wendy's has the best chili.
You
just
can buy that
on
in a
the run.
can, and I'm wondering.
Wendy's chili?
Yes. Does it
Nuh-uh.
taste? Yeah, you can.
No, you
Have
can't.
you seen that? Yes. Have you seen it?
Nuh-uh.
Nobody knew that. You can, but I don't know. Does it taste the same? You know, I haven't tried it. You
You're
should try it.
lying.
Let us know.
Have y'all ever had Skyline chili in Cincinnati? No. I don't really like it. A lot of people love it.
Thanks
They
for
put it on
telling us.
spaghetti.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's just like
And hot dogs.
Well, yeah. A lot of people eat chili dogs.
Skyline chili.
Do you eat beans with your chili dog?
No, that's hot dog sauce. Okay, we're getting off on a tangent. Chili without beans, it's just sauce or Texas chili? It's just meat
Texas
sauce,
chili?
rather.
Is that a different meat sauce or Texas? Okay, chili can be a soup, stew, or a casserole, depending on the water content.
The thickness of it,
If
right?
I have to eat my chili with a fork, then no,
Really?
that's not going to be good.
Chili is not a soup. Totally two different meals. Beans a must.
Yes.
In chili, Vicky and Malvern.
Yeah, I don't think it's a soup. It's not liquidy enough.
Chili's-
Chili is not a soup. Chili is just chili.
It's just chili.
That's right. Julie and Mountain Home.
All the way in Mountain View.
Oh, Mountain View. I'm sorry. Our producer's from Mountain Home, so
Yeah.
my mind goes, Mountain Home. I just saw Mountain. Very, very different places. Sorry about that.
Did you call that a city?
Big towns. She said very
Morgan.
different cities.
Okay.
Well, going over some of these text messages that we got about is chili soup, or what is it? Good morning. I think of chili as a type of soup. Love y'all. Mary from Little Rock. Okay, so
Yeah, it is.
she's saying it's a soup.
Soup is primarily liquid, so I wouldn't say chili is a soup.
Yeah, unless you like runny chili.
Most people don't put beans.
Oh,
Yes, they
most people.
Hang on
I
a
do.
minute.
Do.
Oh, yeah, let's ask the chef.
Most-
So you make it for a lot of different people.
Yes, I do.
Do you put beans in it?
Always beans.
Okay, unless it's the pork kind.
Pork and chili.
Chili, no beans, makes a fabulous omelet. Sandy and Morrilton. Okay.
I do like salsa on the omelet.
Gives me heartburn.
Good morning, everyone. I feel like chili is considered a stew. What do you say, Chef? It's just chili?
Chili is chili.
Chili is chili.
Yeah, it's a
chili.
category.
It's got its own category.
There's stew, there's soup, and there's chili.
So when you open up a cookbook and you turn to the soup section, do you think the chili would be in there?
I don't know. That's an interesting question, but I wouldn't think so.
We'll have to look.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to look.
Glad to have Chef Serge on to share with us a couple recipes that I plan on using to win my chili cook-off at church.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to make the white chicken chili?
I may make both.
The second one to me wasn't as chili, but he said that that's definitely called a chili.
The second one wasn't?
In the areas where it's made. It wasn't as hearty. You know, chili is
Oh,
usually
because
like...
it was like from New Mexico.
Right, and
Yeah.
it's definitely a chili there, but yeah.
I'm
mean,
going to try both of them.
You are? So,
Yeah.
yeah. Good luck with that.
Thank
That one
you.
looked more like a stew because it was like one of those good,
Hearty.
stews,
Mhm.
but it's known as a chili.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, we love it when people. Why are you making that?
Could
face?
you not tell I couldn't remember
Yes,
where we're going with this?
I know where we're
Ashley?
going.
You got it?
I love it when people text us, and that's one of the best parts about our show, and that's why we called it the Vine. Is because it's
Yeah.
interactive, and the Vine, kind of growing, communicating, that whole thing. And so this is another
daily question.
Another question that we had this week that really got people talking, and
Yeah. When
yeah.
is it time to tell people you got to go?
Or how do you politely tell people?
How do you
to
do
go?
it? Well, that was our daily question on Monday of this past week. Watch some of the responses.
My dad always said, company is like the trash. After about 3 days, they both get to stinking. John and Sharon in Damascus.
That's funny.
The farmers.
I'm just blunt and tell them it's time to go.
Oh.
Now, if it's at my place of employment, then I'm very polite. Unless they get smart with me,
Hey.
I'm rude. Then I'm rude. I was raised to treat people the way I wanted to be treated. Nicole in Mableville. I want to know where you work. All right, you know what? It's time for you to go. That's right. I mean, if they're being rude to you.
As an outside salesperson for over 20 years, if you're using their space, you have to pay for it. In coffee shops or restaurants, the longer you stay, the more you buy and the more you tip. That's a good tip, especially a restaurant. If you're taking up wait staff's table, you a large tip. I've paid way more than a tip than purchased to make up for the turn of table. This is their livelihood.
Yeah, talking about
Yeah.
coffee shops and
Yeah,
staying there all day
that's right.
while you're working or whatever. Here's the last one. My dad used to say, honey, we better go to bed. These folks might want to go home.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
I've noticed there's a sign that you can get, and I mentioned this last week, that says, must leave by 9. You know, just have it up in your house.
Just
Like
turn a placard.
You act like it's a joke, like, oh yeah, it's so funny, but seriously, you gotta go.
Well, speaking of knowing when it's time to go, I think it's time for us.
We have reached
to wrap up.
that. We have. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed everything this week. Be sure to check out THV 11 Plus on Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV. Obviously you can check this out on YouTube as well. I mean,
Right.
you can watch us all over the place. And
you can see us live every weekday, 9 a.m. on THV 11.
yeah, if you happen to be out of town, go to thv11.com. You can live stream there as well. How about we send them off with one of our favorite
Oh, yes.
bands that come
Love
in?
them. Midnight South.
Dog day summer, I was 23. Bush light buzzing like a bumblebee. Good for nothing, chasing girls. Marlboro Reds and tilt-a-whirls. Yeah, we let those good times roll. I'll never let those good times go. Days go fast, like a runaway freight train. Ain't no holding back. Just blink and it'll pass you by. Gotta keep it on track. Still wild enough to be dangerous. Part neon soul, part front pew feelings. Little between the lines, little bit villain. Me I am, ain't the me I was. He had itched a little more rough. He was stealing hearts, crossing lines. Still shows up to raise hell sometime. Days go fast, like a runaway freight train. Ain't no holding on back. Just blink and it'll pass you by. Gotta keep it on track. Still wild enough to be dangerous. Part neon soul, part front pew feelings. Middle between the lines, little bit villain. Never let those good times go. Days go fast, like a runaway freight train. Ain't no holding on back. Just blink and it'll pass you by. Gotta keep it on track. Still wild enough to be dangerous. Part neon soul, part front pew feelings. A little between the lines, little bit villain.